I fucked with Begonia a lot, actually. I thought the ending was stupid, where she's
Okay.
like, they were right the whole time. Did you see the
Oh
ending?
shit. No, I hadn't finished
Yeah,
it.
sorry to spoil it for you, but yeah, she is an alien,
Hey everybody,
and
welcome to the Off the Trunk Pod with Jordan and Darius. This is our Oscar preview. My name is Jordan. You can find me on all socials at Jordy B Writing.
I'm Darius. That's D's all up in your area on all socials.
And today we'll be previewing the Oscars.
Just so you guys know, we're gonna narrow our focus because we know y'all ain't watch all those movies. So to keep things tight and to keep your attention, we're just gonna do one battle after another. Marty Supreme, Sinners, and the Big Four or Big Five: Best Picture, Best Actor, Actress, Best Supporting Actor, and Actress. And so, with that said, we're gonna go right into as I filibuster while I find my notes. We're gonna go right
Okay.
into part one, which is our film of the year debate. We're gonna start with one battle after another, which we're gonna call like the prestige pick, the pick.
Yeah,
You get
that's the
Leo,
cinephile
yeah, you
option.
get Paul Anthony, Thomas, whatever,
Thomas
and
Anderson, yeah.
yeah, and then you let it was Oscar bait. It was made to for the Oscars.
Yeah.
The industry darling, the formula movie. What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it?
Um I it's weird. So the final act was had the least amount of like interaction, yet the most amount of entertainment.
Okay.
Um, I think what I liked about it, I mean, I love Leo. He's one of my favorite actors. I know that sounds cliche to say that one of the best actors is one of your favorite actors, but he's truly one of my favorites. He was fantastic in it. Chase Infinity was a revelation as an up and coming star. She's got star written all over her. I can't wait to see what her career blossoms into. Sean Penn plays a shockingly good white supremacist. Check his browser history. He was incredible. He was like so creepy and intense in that movie. You know you're a weirdo when you scare the other white supremacists,
Yeah.
and they don't want to kick it with you. Um, I love the ending where he got they put him in a gas chamber. That was kind of a funny plot twist there, considering the history of certain groups. Um, I loved Regina Hall's performance because we don't
Yes.
get to. I feel like we don't get to see her do a lot of dramatic roles, and she wasn't in the movie for very long. But to me, she was in a way was I know obviously Chase Infinity was the core. It was her story. She's the heart of the movie. But I
You
felt
wouldn't
like
know that following the buzz though.
yeah, right.
Like,
It feels like everyone's just talking about Tiana Taylor basically.
who's in the movie for 15 minutes
Right,
of
and
a
she
two and a half
was
hour runtime.
correct. And people, I saw mixed, well, in terms of fans, mixed opinions on her performance. I thought her performance was good considering what the character was made out to be.
Yeah.
Um, Obviously, there's a lot of discourse about the character. We talked about that. I can't remember which episode it was, but so if our viewers want to check out our previous episode, I'll find that we'll have to put it in a link or something like that for you guys. But yeah, her character. I will say that what I didn't like about the movie was that it literally felt like a white man's fever dream about a revolutionary,
Yeah.
and it was a white man's fever dream about a revolutionary. And for context, it is Paul Thomas Anderson is married to Maya Rudolph. They have children together, mixed children, or black children, however you choose to identify them as, I guess, or whatever they choose to call themselves. So that does give context to the story. Um, I just didn't like. I thought the movie was too long because it could have been an hour 45
Yes.
and it would have made the story more concise, more not concise. It would have just made the story a little more coherent.
Yeah.
I also wish we got more scenes of the father and daughter together before she got kidnapped. Because if it's, a father-daughter chase taken road trip type movie, you need to understand why I mean, every father wants their daughter,
Yeah.
the good ones at least, but you need to kind of understand why this is important to him, if that makes sense. And I thought that would have been a really nice touch. Um, that's just more my personal taste, I guess. If you're gonna do a movie about parenthood, parenthood needs to be in the movie. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much most of my thoughts on one battle after another. At least off the top of my head right now. I'm sure I'll have more when it's your turn. But I just think that yeah, like you said, it was very much Oscar bait. It was very much the media darling. I didn't see as much fan love for the movie as I saw. Uh, we'll say expert love for it or
Yeah.
analyst love for it, if you will, comparing it to sports, which is interesting. It almost felt like like the media's favorite player is like SGA, but most fans' favorite players are, Ant-Man or, Steph, KD, Bron, so on and so forth. They kind of remind me a little bit of that. So yeah, I'll toss it to you for your thoughts.
Pros. I did want to note that it's not original. It's written. It's the source material is a 1990
True.
novel called Vineland, and it did one thing that I like. If you're going to significantly change the source material, that's fine, but you
Change
should
the
also
title.
change the title.
Yes.
You know, Wuthering Heights, take a hint.
Yes.
Apparently, and I haven't seen it, but
She got killed.
apparently there's like 34 chapters in the book, and the movie's like half of them. Like they just
Oh,
stopped.
really?
Yeah, just change the title.
Yeah, so I actually I've been following that discourse very closely because I'm thinking about reading the book and then watching the movie.
Yeah,
And well, for one, it's one of those stories where race is actually a factor in the story. It's not where you can just put any race character. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And Jacob Elordi is playing the main character. I forget his name, but the guy is supposed to be a brown man. I don't know what nationality. I haven't read the book, but that changes the nature of the story because he essentially was a slave at one point, or or some sort of lower class person, and that changed the dynamic of the story. And apparently, yeah, the author, everyone who's read the book has said the author just like wanted to use the title to siphon the fans,
Yeah.
and it actually wasn't really the story that she told. So yeah,
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
heard
If
that
you're
too.
gonna materially change the material, it's a bad sentence, but y'all know what I mean. You gotta change the title. So I did like that they went that route. I did like that they showed how often revolutionaries just want to break stuff and don't actually have any plan for governing. Like just like these people are just
Yes,
they're just they're just
yes,
they're just they're a lot of revolutionaries are just people who never grew out of being rebellious teenagers, and it does kind of reflect that there was no plan for any of this. They accomplished nothing. They just ran around. Um,
right.
I I'll be honest. I watched it and I didn't hate it. It was fine.
Hmm.
I'm like you. They could have cut a lot. The repeated, I don't know my password. Come on. Like how many of
Yeah, they
these
could
do
have
we
cut those
need?
scenes.
Um I just didn't get it. I just
I didn't get it either. It was
I was
overrated.
like, I
I
don't get
couldn't figure
it.
out the tone of the movie. I felt like the movie didn't know what it wanted to be. Like people like when I first watched it, I was like, okay, is this supposed to be like a comedy, or am I supposed to laugh at these moments? Because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here as a
Also,
fan.
like Leo's kind of aged out of like running action movie. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
he
yeah,
looked
yeah,
a little,
yeah,
he's a man in his 50s and he's not like Hollywood 50s. He looks like a regular 50s.
yeah,
Uh and that was a bit distracting. It
yeah,
felt like a chase scene, like a video game where you're just like you're playing Mario, where he's just like
yeah.
running from the bad guys in perpetuity.
Correct.
My cons for it, this isn't the movie's fault, but the discourse around it made me want to pull my eyes out. People got
Hmm.
to understand that one, it's fictional, and two, you have to you don't have to like the characters. Like
Right.
that's
To
it.
like the movie.
Yeah, and it's like people there's the discourse around Tiana Taylor's character, and I just think people movies are fake,
Yeah.
and the characters in the movies, it's not that what Tiana Taylor played was something we haven't seen or heard before. Like that character
Yeah.
exists, and it's like being mad that there's Klan members in a Klan movie. Like they do you
Yeah. Right. Okay.
like
That's a
I don't
fair
know what to
analogy.
tell you.
Yeah.
And the cons too
Yeah.
long, needed better editing. The plot was paper thin. Um,
Agreed.
the ending was just too neat. Oh, she's gonna go be a protester now, and there's dad's just like,
Like her mom, who
okay.
wasn't actually a protester.
Um, Tiana Taylor's story just kind of they just it's
They never said what happened to her. Like they never.
like
She
Family
just wrote a
Matters. Judy
letter
went upstairs and that's
and
it.
never came
Like,
back. Like
like
she
we
wrote a
never
letter to her
really
daughter. We got the voiceover at the end. That was
uh
it.
yeah, and
Um.
that's the other thing too. People were like Tiana, they glorified Tiana Taylor, her swirling, I guess, and I don't know what movie they watched because she ended up alone in Mexico, afoul of the United States government. So I don't really know,
True.
with no, like she
And
snitched on her people and she's a
right.
fugitive and she
And
never sees her
abandoned her
daughters
daughter.
again. So I don't really know how that's glorifying anything, but
Right. she abandoned her daughter even before the fugitive thing. And then also, I will say I did like that the movie did consciously or unconsciously touched on the, for whatever reason, I still haven't figured it out, the revolutionary to white partner pipeline. It's a very dichotomy there. Not that I'm not saying you can't, but it is very interesting. If you look over the course of history, I think Toni Morrison had a white partner, James Baldwin, Sidney Poitier, Harry Belafonte. You know, it is a very unusual phenomenon to me. I gotta
Yeah, I
find
mean,
I gotta find an article or something on that, or a book or something on that.
I'm sure someone has written it, but I don't really have anything for that. I don't.
I just find it
It's
interesting.
it's like that old Chris Rock bit. He's like, his uncle is the most racist man ever, but he's married to a white woman, so he's just
Yeah.
he's just like, oh, it's like he's like, it's just I hate them all except for Shirley. It was, remember the internet, the all the men are trash women had husbands, and it was like, so all
Right.
y'all
Yeah. Yeah.
found the
Yeah. Yeah.
exceptions?
So all
Okay.
y'all found this the one special guy. Okay.
All men are trash except for mine, and all of the women who hated all men found the one exception to the rule. Okay.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
skeptical of those claims.
Yeah.
So no, listen, I found it's a distant third in our discourse. Spoiler alert. I found it to be like 2 hours that I enjoyed, but I haven't had any desire to
I haven't
rewatch
thought
it.
about going back to watch it again.
Um, so did you see it in theaters or at home?
I watched it at home.
Same. Maybe it's different in theaters, but I don't know. I just didn't.
Yeah, maybe.
It was a solid, base hit, double, man on second base, next man up. Like I just didn't think they knocked anything
Yeah.
out of the park. It was just a regular movie to me.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, it was just cool. Like, I didn't get the hype about it. I was excited about it when I saw the trailers and stuff, and I obviously love Leo. But like the first hour I was watching, I was like, okay, I'm waiting for this like genius I'm supposed to have heard about in this movie, and
You
it
know,
never came.
you know how Leo. I felt that way about Wolf of Wall Street though, where I was just like, it's all right, it's cool, but it's kind of the same scene over and over and over again. So,
Fair,
um,
fair. Do you think? Because I believe this does happen a lot with movies. Do you think the performances were better than the movie in this movie? Do you
yeah,
think
for
that's what
sure.
happened?
I don't think anyone did a bad job with the material given to them.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
and I thought I didn't think the material was bad. I'm glad you mentioned Regina King. She was excellent. Um,
Hall.
Regina, yeah, Regina Hall.
Hall.
Sorry.
Yeah. No,
She
you're
was
good. You're
excellent.
good.
And from the moment she's like playing the nun and doing the word, the password thing, that was cool. And
Yeah.
then when she knows she's caught and she's kind of like walks out of the room, I thought that was fly. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to add, man. I would give this one a solid 3 out of 5. So
Yeah. I think I'd probably go three stars as well. It didn't blow me away. I didn't like feel a lot during the course of the movie. Well, I felt for obviously Chase Affinity's character. Um, but other than that, it was just like, okay, we're watching Leo spaz out, and then we're watching Sean Penn spaz out, and then poor Chase is in the middle, and it's 2 hours with minimal dialogue, and then there's a 30-minute chasing at the end. Um, yeah.
I didn't get it. We're gonna call this one Marty Supreme. We're gonna call it the wild card.
Yeah.
The one man band, the LeBron 2007, the Cool Kids
Yeah.
movie. Um, Honestly, if you haven't seen it yet, people, it is Timothy on in front of a camera for 2.5 hours acting. That
Yes.
and
That's it.
that's it.
And
There's like,
20 of those minutes he's playing ping pong, and the other 2 hours and 10 minutes he's running for his life, literally.
did you what'd you like about it?
What did I like about it? Uh, I liked the movie. I liked it. His performance was excellent. I feel like there was a point where the movie did drag in the middle, and I got a little woozy in terms of just like my interest in the story kind of waned a little bit there. Then it got back on because the movie felt like a ping pong match, just back and forth, zigzagging all around, frenetic pace. I loved his performance. He was great. Tyler, the creator, was like surprisingly amazing
He
in
was
his
really good.
scenes. He really needs to think about going into acting. Maybe not full time, but maybe 6 months out the year or something like that. He was incredible. Uh, I definitely that one scene where the guys realized they got hustled. I thought he was gonna get lynched. I was a little worried. I got a little anxious there. He's out in New York State at night. It's dark as hell. Pack of white boys. Um, Odessa, I think her last name's Ozion, I want to say is her name. She
Yeah.
was incredible. She was kind of the unsung hero of the movie to me. Well, in terms of her performance, I feel like nobody really highlighted her. I thought she would have gotten a little more, at least notoriety in terms of the awards conversation. But I thought she was great in it as well. Shout out to Fran Drescher. Still looks great after all these years. I loved the message of the movie, showing, the pitfalls of the obsession and that, eventually like at some point you gotta have a stable lifestyle. Even if you do pursue greatness, there has to be some sort of balance there. I
Yeah, I mean, and
loved
if you're gonna at least pursue greatness where there's money at the end, who the hell ping pong?
yeah, right.
Um,
True.
what's tennis? You don't have you can't get a tennis racket. At least there's money
Right.
in tennis.
Good point. Yeah. Um, it reminded me a lot of like to me it was kind of like uh Rounders meets Whiplash throwing some ping pong there.
That was what sold me. Is someone said it was like Gen Z Rounders, and I was like, I'm in
Yeah.
because the Rounders is
Yeah.
one of my favorite movies.
Me too.
I thought Timothy was great. I love the scene where he's like, I almost said macking, which would have dated me. What do they call it? He's
Dirty Mackin. He was Dirty
no, he
Mackin.
was no when he's calling Gwyneth Paltrow on the phone and he's in the hotel
Oh,
room that
oh
he
yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah.
afford and he's trying to get someone else to pay for it. And he's just like talking fast and seducing her. And I thought that
Hmm.
was fly. Then he
Yeah,
hits old
he was
girl and
smooth.
steals her necklace and it's fake.
Fake. It's a prop
And
necklace.
and then she finds out about it and then gives him her new necklace, which is just the kid's got the juice as
Yeah.
or the Riz. I think juice is our
Riz.
drink
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
the Riz
Riz
is
is yeah,
later.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I love this one, man. I thought I love just let him act. It was very stage play-esque and then
I
is
thought the same thing.
very narrow focus. It reminded me of a lot like when Denzel did Fences and
Yeah.
it was I think
It was based on a
who
play.
it was based on a play, but was that he did tour it on stage, but the movie was movie, but it still felt like a stage play because he had been
Right.
so used to
Yeah, him and Viola Davis
yeah,
also did the play on Broadway. Yeah.
correct. And it's I think it was him who said this is like when you're on stage, you're projecting your voice differently because you're not on a camera, you're on people.
Right.
And yeah, it just felt very stage play-esque, but obviously there was some I mean, he's in Japan, he's in Europe, he's in
Hmm.
da 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 da
New
da.
York and yeah.
And he was just smooth, man. He got the buddy with his pregnant girlfriend. He's just
Yeah.
talking so fast and convincing so many people. And he's like, "Let me crash on your couch." And then he's like bumming a private
His
jet ride
uncle
for the
robbed
guy
him
whose
basically.
wife. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
That was
just thought,
bonkers. That was crazy.
yeah, I love this movie, man. I don't really was there anything you didn't like about it?
Uh no, not really. I can't think of anything specific. Um I think I did feel a little bit like kind of how you felt about Wolf of Wall Street, where the hustling scenes or the him begging for shit, fast talking scenes. Okay, I think you could have cut one or two of those.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Other than that, like I thought it was a great movie. Um, it it's funny because it made you. There was points where you rooted for him, and then there were points you were kind of hoping he got caught a little bit,
Yeah. I mean, he
like just
wasn't
for
a
the
great
sake of
guy.
like getting his shit together. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No,
Like
that's one
stealing
of
the dog and shit. That bathtub scene was hilarious
yeah.
when he fell through the fucking roof.
It's just why is every movie 2.5 hours now?
Yeah,
Every
I don't get it.
I've heard a theory that because people go to the movies less, back when people always went to the movies, the theaters wanted
Yeah,
you to keep the movies under 2 hours so they can get more screens in a day.
keep going to yeah.
And so the goal was volume of people
Hmm.
because you're just trying to churn those theaters around.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
now that restriction has been lifted because now the few people who do go, you want them to get their money's worth because they're in these fancy theaters where
Correct.
they're being served food, and
Right.
it's hard to do that in a 90-minute movie. Fine. I just don't. So many of these, it's fine to. My rule of thumb is if you're gonna go over 2 hours, you need a really good reason to do it. And I just
Yes.
don't know
You
if
you
one battle
need
after another or Marty Supreme had that reason.
that's kind of my only thing with Marty Supreme. Was too long. I feel like it could have been a 2 hour, hour 45 minute movie. For me, I'm like if there's less than four key characters, that movie should be able to be under 2 hours, unless the
Yeah.
plot is some crazy shit. Like the Michael Jackson movie coming out next year or this year, I think it's the runtime is like 2.5 hours. If that was a 4 hour movie, I'd be like, cool, I totally understand. Some of
Well,
these movies
it has to
today,
be two parts, I'm assuming.
yeah, I mean, I hope so. But yeah, it's like when I got the movies to watch for this episode, and I was like, okay, I'll start with the shortest one first, so I can kind of knock them all out. And I was like, there are no short
No,
movies.
no. And to be fair, Best Picture nominees tend to have been artsy
Yeah,
fartsy, but yeah, I just would love to know why everyone hates editing these days because everyone thinks everything they do is perfect and doesn't need to be touched by the bosses. But sometimes the suits have a point. Oftentimes the suits have good points, and
yeah,
keep these things tight, man. So
yeah. It's
no,
very
no,
rare you see a deleted scene in a movie from a movie, and you're like, oh, that needed to go there.
yeah, it's almost never. Um, yeah, so I that was my con. It ran a little long, but
Yeah.
and the subject matter was very narrow, and
Yes.
it was just a vehicle for Timothee Chalamet. I'm sure whoever wrote it, I think it was the first time director, was just thrilled to get him, and I
Yeah.
like what A24 is doing, and I hope they keep doing. I hope they keep doing these
Me too.
weird, not just good original movies. That's the theme of this year, is that original movies really
Original
kind
movies
of.
do matter, and they do still draw fans in. Um, Yeah, I think this was a big year or two for the Safdie brothers in general because they both have been they kind of split up. I feel like I think from what I've read, um, but they both do great shit individually. So I like watching their stuff.
Fair enough, man. I give it a 4. What do you give it?
Um, I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars.
All right, we are heading on to the phenomenon, the 2025, almost a year now, movie that took the world by storm. We're gonna call it Sinners, the phenomenon, the summer blockbuster, the original, horror movie by the great Ryan Coogler, led up by the great Michael B. Jordan, and the rest of the cast. And what'd you what'd you think about it? I mean, we did a whole review on it, but that was a year ago. So let's go back to it.
Yeah,
What'd
it's
you
a
think
year
about it?
ago, and it's one of those movies. Every time you watch, it, you pick up something new, which I love. I love looking for Easter eggs in movies. It's like rereading a book. Every time you read a character, you're like, oh, this is what they were thinking this time instead of what you thought last time you read the book. Um, I love this movie. This was my probably my favorite movie of last year, at least top. Yeah, no, top two, not two. You know what I mean? I loved obviously Michael B. Jordan's performance was a revelation. It was magnetic. It was emotional. It was relatable. Like I watching the movie, it felt like I feel like there's that phrase in friendships, black cat and golden retriever
Yeah,
friendships. Have you heard of those? And like that's kind of what I feel like the twins were,
you should
black cat
explain
and a
that to
golden
the
retriever.
audience.
Oh, right. Yeah. So the black cat golden retriever dynamic is one friend is like the warm, open, friendly kind, more gregarious, and the other friend can be viewed or perceived as a bit more acerbic, maybe a little more reserved, introverted, and more calculated than the other, pretty much. This podcast is an example of the black cat golden retriever friendship.
Yeah, yeah,
We're like the smoking stack of podcasting.
pretty much. Yeah. So pivot back because keep the train on the tracks.
No, for sure, for sure, for sure. Yeah,
Would
yeah.
would the twin performance have worked if they weren't so obviously color coded to let you know who was who? Would you be able to tell if they weren't color coded?
Yeah, you would be able to. Did you see the footage that came out that all the actors posted on their Instagram over the weekend?
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Uh, okay, so they posted like what's called test footage,
Yeah,
where you just kind of put on the costumes, you kind of see how it looks and the camera test with the lighting and stuff. You know, they got to figure out how to light people and makeup and all, especially with black casts. And so he was he was in the camera test with Annie Wunmi Masaku, and then he was in the camera test by himself as Smoke and Stack, and like you could really tell, like the voice is different. Uh, his voice is a little higher up. His register is a little higher when he's Stack. His voice register is much lower when he's Smoke. He doesn't really emote as Smoke. Smoke kind of has his head down more often, but he's got more of a straight posture. I don't know if you heard about what he did with his shoes, where he wore big shoes that were too big for Smoke because he could be more grounded, wouldn't be able to move as quickly as someone wearing shoes that fit. And for Stack, he wore shoes that were too small, so he could kind of be light on his feet. He would be never be in the same, never be stationary, basically. So I think you would be able to tell. I think it would take watching the movie once or twice to really get a rhythm on the characters. I will say that. But once you kind of know the characters and know the movie, you don't really need the colors.
Was there anything you didn't like about the movie?
Um, I didn't like that it ended.
So it's
Now
a
that to me is
perfect
like,
movie.
I mean, pretty much. I mean, no, not really. But I'll say the only thing I wish that we'd gotten more scenes of the party when it was good before people started dying. I do wish that um I wish the battle scenes were longer because that's kind of the crescendo of the movie.
That's my con.
Um, really? Okay.
The third act just becomes a lazy vampire movie. Like they're just running around from vampires. Like it's just like
Well, it is a vampire movie, so you gotta have vampires. I mean,
no, I mean I get that, but like there was a masterpiece. Like that first the movie's 2 hours and 20 minutes, maybe
yeah,
2:15. And
yeah,
like the first 90 minutes is a ice cold masterpiece. And I just feel
yeah,
like that's what he had been working on for the past 10 years. And then an executive
yeah.
said, well, you have to end the movie. And he just kind of half-assed it.
Really? Okay.
You
Interesting.
know,
Huh.
and yeah, like the first 90 minutes was like an expertly crafted period piece with
Yeah,
it's touching on the Mississippi Delta, the
yeah.
spiritualness within it. It's a critique of Christianity that everyone likes to ignore.
Right.
Um, it's a critique of culture vultures.
Yes.
It's just
Globalization,
so smart.
colonization.
It's so smart and it's so well crafted. And I just think it deserved better than Asian lady lets him in, and then we just run around for 30 minutes. And then it ends well. He lands the plane
Yeah, the
spectacularly.
ending is perfect. So even if
Um, but
yes, the ending is perfect.
it just, you remember when we previewed Your Next and we're just like for 30
Yeah.
minutes, they're just screaming and running around and it's disorienting. I just kind of, that was I mean, obviously it's a great movie.
Yeah.
That would be the pros, obviously Michael B. Jordan. I said it when we previewed it last year reviewed it last year,
Yeah.
that it reminded me of when Will Smith did Ali and
Mhm.
everyone, I mean, Will Smith was him before that,
Right.
but Ali brought him into the prestige actor category
Correct.
and
Yeah.
opened up the doors for
Pursuit of
um,
Happiness,
Pursuit of Happiness and I Am Legend
I Am
and
Legend, Seven
uh
Pounds,
7 Pounds and the movie where he had the bad African accent.
oh, Concussions, yeah.
Yeah, like he doesn't. Before that, it was Independence Day. It was Bad Boys. It was
Right.
what was the movie with the robots? Well, he did
iRobot.
iRobot, but that's the other one with
After
the
that, yeah.
surveillance.
Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State, which
Yeah, we
I thought
reviewed
kind
that.
of was straddling both fences. But
Yeah,
Ali
it was
was
kind
like,
of going
okay,
there.
he
Yeah,
can get lost in a character. He cannot be Will Smith. All those movies, you
correct.
felt like you were watching Will Smith. This Ali
Yeah.
was the first. This is the first time I watched a Michael B. Jordan movie, and I didn't feel like I was watching Michael
See
B.
Michael B.
Jordan.
Jordan. Yeah.
So I thought that was the perfect platform for him to just,
Hmm.
whatever he does next. I'm for bad reasons there won't be a Creed 4, I doubt, but I'm glad because trilogies are enough. We don't really need
Fair. That's
four.
fair. That's fair.
And he'll have his pick of great scripts, man. He's done auditioning
Absolutely.
for the rest of his life.
Oh, hell yeah. And I
Oh,
think he has the makings of a great director as well. I really love Creed 3, and I love just like the choice he made with the anime influences. You'd have to watch anime to catch the influences, obviously. The fight where he kind of with the void where there was the mattress from when they were kids, and the jail cell, and all the symbolism stuff. I really love what he did with that movie and his creative. He has a great creative eye, I think. So
But
I'm
the
looking
thing
forward to see
about
what he
that
does next.
movie, as good as he was, Jonathan Majors was whooping his ass in that movie. And like I just don't
Fair.
think this Ryan Coogler, this Michael B. Jordan would be so outmatched if they redid that movie today.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he's
I agree.
just and that
I
movie is
agree.
not that old. It's maybe what, 3 years old?
2023, yeah,
Yeah.
3 years.
So that kind of like the growth in the audience listening, if you got, if it's nice this weekend. So maybe if next weekend, if it rains or something, watch
Yeah,
Creed 3 and
and then
watch
watch Sinners.
Sinners. And it's just the skill
They're
jump is
not the
like,
same actor.
it's night and day. And he
Yeah.
wasn't bad in Creed 3. It just
No,
was,
he
this is
wasn't. He
different.
wasn't.
We would be
Yeah.
remiss if we didn't mention the movie, the dance scene, which is,
Yes. Ryan Coogler reached flow state when he wrote and directed
yeah,
that shit.
that was, I mean, it was a masterpiece. I don't know
It
what is
was
there to
like
say?
it was like the diaspora in a nutshell. It was like the epitome of blackness. The it just like when I watched the movie, and every time I saw it maybe 3 or 4 times in the theaters, and I got chills every single time. Like it just man.
They're rare. I mean, even filmed movies have been on for 100 years now. So
Yeah.
it's rare where you're like, I have never seen anything like that before.
Yeah.
That
And
was
it could have
truly
been
original, truly
yeah.
one of one. You'll never see anything. I have never seen anything like that before.
Yeah,
So
and it could have been really cheesy. Like one
yeah,
misstep, and it could have been really corny or really cheesy, and there wasn't one. And then also just talk about the movie itself as well. Like, I meant to say this on Matt said, but I didn't really get to touch on it on the first episode. It just really made me feel connected to my ancestors. Like my grandfathers were smoking stack. Like literally,
yeah.
like one of them was like he was kind of outside. He kind of had a drinking problem. He he loved the women and all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? One was in the was in military and stuff. Very quiet, very serious man. My dad's father. I found this out during the pandemic when I started playing guitar. My dad was like, I don't know if it was, but my dad had a guitar and he loved guitar and he, loved baseball and the second and third and stuff like that. Stories I've learned about my grandfather. He sounded a lot like Stack, like so. It's just kind of cool watching those scenes where, you know, our ancestors, our great grandparents or our grandparents, on a Friday night after a shitty day of dealing with what they were dealing with in that time period, having some place to go where they could, let themselves loose a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the party just looked like a great time.
It did,
It
man. It
really
did.
did. It looked like a good ass time. They had good booze, they had hoes, they had
Yeah.
good music, and the ending where with the Coogee sweater and the old girl, and he's like, I ain't seen my
Yeah.
brother. I haven't been outside during the day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what?
And they talk
Yeah,
about like the song "I Lied to You" is obviously the hit song from the movie,
yeah.
but to me the song during the end credits is just as emotional. I forget what it's called. It was called like "The Last Time," I want to say. Let me see. Let me find it real quick. I got it on my phone.
In
Uh,
credits, song Sinners. Last time I seen the
yeah,
sun performed by Alice Smith and Miles Canton.
yeah. That
Miles
song was
Canton,
is fucking beautiful.
good talented
That
kid.
that boy's a star. That boy's a star.
Pump it a little bit. He's a very
Well,
talented kid.
he can sing his ass off.
He can certainly sing. And we'll see what's next for him. But he is
Yeah,
Ryan Coogler has an eye for talent, man. I'm excited to see what he does next.
yeah.
I hope he doesn't get boxed in. I just hope studios just give him a blank check and say, make dope
They
shit.
should. Yeah, I think he's doing the X-Files next, I believe.
I'm not feeling
Um,
that, but I wish him the best. We
or
already
he's
passed
working on
the
that. I'm sure he's working on other projects as well, but
we're already
um,
past the Jordan Peele um is this a one hit wonder thing because he's got like five or six. Um
yeah, yeah.
he's lapped Jordan Peele. It's not even close.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Not to compare, but yeah,
Jordan Peele has
absolutely.
one and a half good movies. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, the pros is the movie. To narrow it down would be I don't even know. Like, it's just a great movie. It was.
Yeah.
Um, I have my splits about who's going to win Best Actor, but I think it
Okay.
would be a tragedy if this doesn't win Best Picture.
Me too.
I
And
don't.
screenplay and original screenplay.
Sure. Which one is for writing? One is for directing, right? Um,
Yeah, Best Picture is yeah, directing. I think the producers also get an award in that as well, I believe. And then there's Best Adapted Screenplay and Best Original Screenplay. I do believe this to me this is Best Original Screenplay. But that's up for debate, I guess. But um, and then
I
also
mean,
it's interesting because I'll go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I watched Sinners or I watched part of it maybe like a couple weeks ago. Just I don't think I was just bored or something. And like the opening scene where Sammy walks into the church and they show his father, and then they show like the jump scare of Remick at nighttime, symbolizing basically they're the same, two sides of the same coin. And then if you notice, there's vultures everywhere around all. Actually, I look back on pretty much all the houses. I think maybe except for Annie's. During the daytime, there's vultures almost everywhere, and of course they don't land until the vampires get there. But there's vultures around the club in the daytime when they first go to go check the place out too, because everybody noticed it with the Klansman house, but it's also in the slaughterhouse too.
Nice. Attention to detail. He's him. We'll go back and see what we rated it in our review, but what are you rating it in March 2026?
Yeah, March 2026. I am going to change. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going 5 stars.
Yeah.
I thought it was incredible. It's one of those movies. It really sits with you. Um, I mean, this movie's so good. Like literally, my dad watched it once, and he's a big movie guy too. That's why I love movies so much. And he watched it again, and he called me at like 1 a.m. to talk for like 40 minutes about how great he thought the movie was and all the shit he noticed the second time he watched the movie.
Yeah, I don't know what I graded it at the review. I was probably a little harder than now, but five. It's a masterpiece. So that's as good a time to pivot as any to something that we've telegraphed for a while, who we think should win Best Picture. I will list off the nominees here. Train Dreams, F1, Bugonia, good movie. Check it out if you haven't, people. The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, also good movie. Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. What is your Best Picture nominee or winner?
Um, yeah, so I think Sinners is going to be this year's Oppenheimer. I think they're
Yeah.
taking home a lot of shit,
Yeah.
and I think Best Picture is one of them.
Yeah, I don't, this is the only one I would be outraged over. It should
Yeah,
be Sinners.
yeah,
It was just better than all the other movies on here. I don't know how else
yeah.
to.
There's a reason everybody saw this movie.
Yeah, it was a commercial success, which shouldn't factor into prestige, but it matters because we want movies to keep being made, and they're not, gonna
Right.
make movies that don't people don't watch. So, commercial success, critically acclaimed. The performances are great. It has no holes in it that I can see. Yeah, I think it should win Best Picture. Short and sweet.
Yeah,
Um,
agreed.
Best Supporting Actress. We have
This
Tiana
was
Taylor
tough.
for One Battle After Another. Wonmi Musaku. Probably butchered that name in Sinners. Amy Madigan in Weapons. Elle Fanning in Sentimental Value. And I
That last
did.
one's hard.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Inga
yeah.
is Ib's
Ingna its
daughter.
daughter Lilias.
Julius, yeah.
I think I got that correct. I actually asked Google to help me pronounce that and I already forgot. So,
Okay.
apologize to you, ma'am, if I mispronounce your name. You're not listening anyway. But who's your best supporting actress?
This one's tough. Well, a couple of these categories are really tough. Some of them are to me clear cut. This one is one that's not so much clear cut. I think it's a two-horse race for me. I think it's between Wunmi Masaku, who played Annie in Sinners, and I think it's between her and Amy Madigan, who played the villain in Weapons.
Um, I thought Weapons was an outright bad movie. I didn't think any part of that was it didn't do it for me. But
She was phenomenal though. She was scary as fuck.
sure. I thought Tiana Taylor wasn't even a supporting actress in her movie. I think
She was a cameo.
Regina Hall was in that more.
Right.
In Chase Infinity would be the actual
Yeah, I
best
don't get how
supporting
Chase
actress.
Infinity got no nominations. I don't understand that.
Well, Tiana Taylor's famous. That's how.
Eh,
You and the studios have to submit it, and you're just gonna
Right,
get more.
right.
I mean, it worked. We got more buzz by nominating Tiana Taylor.
Yeah,
But
true.
if I had to pick someone, I go with Elle Fanning for sentimental value.
Okay.
We didn't review that movie, so I won't bog the podcast down. But that's who I thought of the. It's a strong cast. I
Yeah.
thought One Me was good, but yeah, I'm going with Elle Fanning. Who you got?
Um, this is tough. Let me see. 'Cause I found a graphic that showed like all the major awards and kind of who's won, and that can kind of be an indicator sometimes. And
These are
they've
your
damn near.
predictions, not who you
I
think's
know,
gonna
I know. I'm
win.
just looking. They damn near splitting, but to me, I mean, my pick would be Wunmi Mosaku. I thought her performance was incredible. First of all, she's a British actress to do a fucking spot on perfect Creole accent or Bayou accent. Is there a difference? I'm not sure. Louisiana accent.
Even if it was, I
Um,
couldn't. I don't. I'm not an expert.
yeah, she was incredible. She was the kind of the conscience of the movie, the heart and soul of the film. If I mean, obviously, Michael is the lead and the star and carried, but she was kind of the North Star for the characters in the movie. Um, I just think, her, she basically saved everyone.
Yeah.
Letting them know what the vampires were, how to deal with them, how to fight them. Um, yeah, I just thought she was incredible in that movie.
All right.
So I think it should go to her personally.
Well, if I were betting, I would say she wins it. But if it were me and someone
Yeah, I think
handed me
so
a
too.
ballot, I would vote for Elle Fanning.
Okay.
Best actor in a supporting role, we got Sean Penn for One Battle After Another. We got Delroy Lindo for Cinders. We got Benicio del Toro for One Battle After Another. We got Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein. We got Stellan Skarsgård for
Yeah,
Sentimental
Stellan
Value.
Skarsgård. Yeah.
Nailed that one. Pretty good at my off the cuff reading.
He be
Who
reading
you,
y'all.
who you got? Best actor in a supporting role.
Um, yeah, this one, man, fuck, this one's tough too. Shit, I don't know. I would love to see Delroy Lindo win it. I really, really want to see that happen, but I think it's Jacob Elordi's award.
Okay.
He just had a bigger role in the movie. It's basically a two-hander with him and Oscar Isaacs. And by the way, he got the role like a week before the filming started because Andrew Garfield was supposed to play it, but he had to drop out for something. He was fucking incredible, bro. And he was perfect. Like I wouldn't have. I don't know how he put that together in a week. Honestly, like I don't even know how you could even create that much depth in a character in 7 fucking days.
As an aside, it really sucks that movies are dying because there's a really good crop of young guy. He is extraordinarily talented, Jacob
He's
Elordi.
fucking incredible.
Him in that movie where they were rich in the woods in England.
Saltburn.
I mean, that's a talented dude.
Fuck yeah, he's incredible.
Um, just
There's talks about him being the next Bond.
well, I would. Go get your money, young man. Stack your paper up. Michael B. Jordan did it. Will Smith did it.
Yeah.
Leo did it. But please keep the main thing the main thing. You're too talented to be Captain America or some shit. Like,
Yeah,
make real movies,
I
young man.
know, I
I know you
know.
got to get your bread. Don't
Yeah, you gotta
go
get your
get your
money, dog.
bread. But just
Um,
leave some space for your vegetables too.
yeah.
I have not seen Frankenstein, so I can't in good faith pick
Got
him.
you for sure.
But of the movies that I have seen, I would give it to Delroy Lindo. What he did playing the drunk,
Yeah, who
but
had
the
a heart of gold?
musician, but who sobered up when it was time.
Hmm.
Um,
Who sacrificed himself for the
Fuck it,
others?
I'll just be honest. This is a lifetime achievement award. That's my dog, and I want him to win
Hell
this.
yeah. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at
I'm
that
not
at all.
objective at all. I want Delroy
He's
Lindo.
been too dear in our hearts
He's
for our
been
whole
since
lives.
Crooklyn, man.
Yeah, since Crooklyn.
That movie came out 30 something years ago.
Yeah,
And I just want to see him. I just want to see him. I want to see him win. Do I
me
think he
too.
will? Do I? No, but this is our podcast, and I'm gonna speak it into
will it into
existence.
fruition. Speak it into
Delroy
existence.
Lindo.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Um,
would love to see Delroy Lindo win it. Class personified. He's kind of like he's also one of the more underrated memeable actors of all time. Because you got the one where he's dancing in the club like
yeah.
this, and
Was
then you
that
got
G5 or some shit? J5, something like that.
the Five Bloods, I think it
Yeah.
was. Um, you got and what's that we supposed to be doing from Sinners?
Um,
I didn't know he had this kind of comedic chops too.
no, I
He was
mean,
really funny.
he's an actor's actor. He's a character actor. He's just an old school
Yeah.
working actor, like
Yeah.
he's not. I mean, they kind of finessed him into the best supporting role in
Yeah.
this, but he's always just been part of the cast, and I've never seen
Yeah.
him take something away from a movie. There's never been a scene
Yeah.
or any movie he's been in where I'm like, you know what it's like? He's like the black what's that white boy's name?
Um,
He was Shane Vendrell in uh in The Shield.
The
Walter
Shield.
Goggins. He's like our
Oh, okay.
Walter
Yeah, yeah,
Goggins.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Walter
yeah,
Goggins
yeah.
nails he gets 10 minutes of movie and he nails it every
And
time.
he knows it every time. Yeah.
And it's like sometimes I just want to see those dudes win because they're not supposed to get on that stage. They're supposed to be character actors who just nail their 10 minutes.
Nah,
And
I
I just
feel
want to
you.
see him. I want to see him win. So
Yeah, and even also like one of the other scenes that few people talk about, well, not few, but one of the scenes that like really drives home the point of the movie is where they're in the car and he's telling the story about how he got robbed for his money, how his friends got lynched, and he's, kind of humming, and Sammy picks up the guitar, and then when he rides past his boys who are on the chain gang, he tells them to he tells them to keep their heads up, and a great risk to himself because the who I don't guard whatever could have shot their shit up too, you know. He was incredible in Sinners as well. But yeah, but I will say though, like because I mean, I know you didn't see Frankenstein, so the movie has two parts. There's Victor's tale, and then there's Frankenstein's tale, Frankenstein's monster's tale.
yeah,
Um, and when he's first created, he doesn't really know any words. The only word he knows is Victor, and that word is like his whole word. And it's almost like I am Groot,
yeah,
where it means everything, just based on the way he says it. And then he learns about the world and he meets this guy who kind of teaches him the like language and the importance of books and shows him all these historical stories and tales and things. He becomes really educated and kind of becomes a Renaissance man. And just the character arc and the story portrayed by Jacob Elordi's performance, man, he was fucking incredible, bro. I honestly forgot that he wasn't the lead in the movie,
yeah.
so he was that great.
Sometimes they
I
finesse with
think
this
it's
stuff
his.
though.
Yeah.
But I have my qualms about the award in its existence. Like best lead is why we get role players just get to win the championship. They don't get there's no best role player award, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, it's kind of
Um,
like how Leo got nominated for supporting actor for The Departed, but it was his movie.
yeah, it's a lot of finesse and really he's fucking he's
Yeah. Well, I guess because
75% of the scene.
it was considered an ensemble, I guess. So I think that's why they had to
Um,
do it.
yeah, whatever. Best actress in a leading role. Bum 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 bum. We have Jessie Buckley in Hamnet, Emma Stone in Begonia, Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Renette Rinsby in Sentimental Value, Kate Hudson in Song Sung Blue. All of these movies are great except for Song Sung Blue. I'm not really crazy about that.
Okay.
Uh, well, what you got? Who you got? Who you winning?
Okay. So I have not finished Begonia, which is fine because if she wins, then I'll be able to talk about it next week. I wasn't crazy about the movie so far, though. I will say that.
I love Begonia, man. Um,
I gotta like really meditate and then get back into it. I think Jessie Buckley's won pretty much every award that had anything to do with
that's
this.
what
It's
I
like
was
it's
alluding
it's
to.
hers. It's like it's over. It's a wrap. Um,
I know you there's a
but I
scene in
love
Hamnet,
yeah,
and I know you said you hadn't finished it yet. And I haven't finished Frankenstein either, so it's one for one. But it's
yeah,
she's giving birth to twins, and one of
yeah.
them
I'm watching that
dies.
scene.
And I just like that's her award. After that scene, I was like, yeah, no one like it's just perfect. None of like she's it's her award.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm in the middle of that scene like right now, actually. So I gotta finish it.
When you
But I
finish
will
it, you're gonna be
say,
like, yeah, we could fold this bitch up. It's
yeah,
like
I'll text you when I when I finish.
the rest were great though, man.
I know.
It's a
Yeah,
packed
man.
year, but it's like one of those years where I think it was like 87 where Jordan won the MVP and like Magic and Bird would have
Played the
won MVP in
finals.
any other year. So
Yeah.
sometimes you just run up against, Joker averaging a 30-point triple double.
You know
And
what? You're right. Because to me, Rose Byrne is 2018 LeBron James,
yeah, I mean that
and and
was
and Jesse Buckley is James Harden.
yeah, James Harden.
No, I mean just the he had a
No,
crazy monster year. He won the
I'm
MVP. You
I
know,
hate James Harden.
I know.
But yeah,
Because Rose
Rose
Byrne
Byrne is
was fucking
great.
incredible in
I
that
don't think
movie.
Emma
I
Stone's
love that
performance was
movie.
great. I thought that was more Jesse Plemons,
Hmm.
who another young guy who was just killing it, man.
Yeah. Shout out to
But
Friday Night Lights, man. Peter Berg, I think, is the director or producer of the show, I think.
is
He knows
Jesse
how to
Plemons
cast
even
them.
40?
No, he's the same age as Michael B. Jordan, I believe.
Man, them between him, Orlady, MBJ,
Yeah.
and the other dude in Saltburn is nice too, but he hasn't really been getting the roles.
Barry
Yeah,
Keegan.
like I mean,
Austin
the
Butler
industry is in
too.
good hands.
Austin Butler's up there.
We just need some rich guys to finance movies at a loss. Uh,
Yes. No, really shit, real shit. That's the key to getting original movies is you have to be willing to fucking take a loss.
well, the thing is, man, it is way off topic, man. Billionaires back in the day used to just give us something, like build a
Yeah, you just should
museum,
do.
open a theater. If you listen, Mark Zuckerberg, if you want us to actually like you, just open a movie theater and just give people checks to make movies. We know they're not gonna make no money.
Open a movie studio. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like, cause
That'll atone for you being a dick.
what was it? What was the movie, The Lion, where you'd watch the movie and the lion would roar?
Lionsgate,
Yeah, like that was actually owned by Coca-Cola. Like the
the
idea
studio.
that
Okay, yeah,
the
yeah.
idea that a profitable company would buy a studio as like a vanity project is not new. But rich people back
That's
then
what
used to just
every
do fun shit.
First of all, that's what every team owner is.
Yeah.
This is their fun money. They do other shit.
Yeah, like you don't how much money do you need, man? Do something fun for the people. Buy a new Lionsgate and just finance movies that don't make a lot of money because they're good to watch and they're good for the culture. But we're way off
Yeah.
topic. Jesse Buckley, uh hope you
Congrats on
get
your Oscar.
tighten up the speech. But you can go ahead. That's you, baby.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
all you.
Best actor. Uh, we got Timothée Chalamet. Is it May Chalamet? For Marty
Chalamet, yeah.
Supreme. Michael B. Jordan, Sinners. Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another. Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon. Wagner Moura, The Secret Agent. Ethan and Wagner, you don't even really need to catch that
You
flight.
don't even need to wear a suit. Sorry. Much respect to you.
They just had to fill out the five buddies. But
Yeah, man. I love training day.
don't even worry about catching that flight. I think you're good. You're
Yeah,
good.
it's all good.
I
It's
don't
all
even think you'll
good.
be on camera, so you might
Um,
not even have to wear a suit. So,
Nah. You can do that Denzel shit from back in the 80s where he's like, I went to go get the coats.
keep it a buck, Leo. You could probably can stay home too.
He might not go. Leo hasn't been to any of these award shows. He might not go at all.
Nominated for best actor. He going.
Fair.
Uh, you know, he was paid to do that movie, and part of the contract is if this gets nominated, your ass got to go. Uh,
True.
Look, if it were my vote, I'm going
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be mad if either of them won. But if I were voting, I think Michael B. Jordan, when you factor in the degree of difficulty in the original and the fact that in 10 years I'll remember this and I probably won't I mean I'll remember Marty Supreme, but
Yeah.
this movie will be like the blueprint for which it'll spawn other movies and it'll make other actors want to do things like this.
Yes.
Um
It'll make other writer directors take more risks, hopefully.
Correct. It's what Timothy did was follow a blueprint, right? He did it
Hmm.
really, really well, but he did something that
Yes.
I've seen before.
We've seen before.
But I got Michael B. Jordan. Who you got?
Yeah, I got Michael B. Jordan winning it. I hope he wins it, but I also think he's going to win it. I think I follow a lot of movies accounts and stuff, and they've all been like, he's surging now as the favorite. It's like the polls right now, the election or something. Um, yeah, I think he's gonna win it. He's kind of seems like he's the industry darling. It seems like everybody really fucks with him. I think that's really important too. Also, that interview that Timothee Chalamet did the other day did not help. Did you see
Can
that?
people?
I did. I wasn't mad about it, but people are shitting on him.
I mean, before you, not you, the royal you. Before you get
Yeah,
mad, name your favorite ballet dancer.
ballerina. Yeah, right, ballerina. Yeah,
I've been to, I haven't been to Broadway, but I have been to a live theater musical 3 times in my life. This is that for him to call it niche is just an objective fact.
yeah,
I think it is a niche activity within a niche activity. Going to the movies is
yeah.
a niche activity at this point.
It is.
Uh, so this idea that we're
It's
all
almost like
just
collecting
like,
Pokemon cards.
yeah, this people are acting like they're texting their friends Wednesday, like, what play we checking out this weekend?
Yeah, no, not. By the way, he didn't say plays. He said operas. Like, me
The fuck are you talking? I've never been to an opera in my life, and I never will
neither. I've
probably.
never seen it. I've never been. I've never seen it. I love plays. I love watching plays. The few times I've been to see plays, but yeah, I've never seen an opera.
They act like he
I've been
shitted
to.
on like bowling or something. That like
Yeah,
bowling is for losers. No one does that. Fucking, no one goes to
you
the
thought he
opera.
said like, you know what sucks? Being a good person.
Yeah, like it's just can we everyone. The problem is that if every time a celebrity says something interesting, this happens, they'll just stop saying interesting. This is why Leo don't talk.
Yeah,
Like
Beyonce too.
motherfucker said the most obvious thing ever, and it's a controversy. So,
And
anyways,
he
long
got
story.
shitted on.
Who you got?
Um, yeah, I got Michael B. Jordan taking it home, man. I think he Timothy won like early in the award season. It was Timothy winning the awards,
Yeah.
and then it's got the closer. Mike has kind of been stacking them up, so I think that's kind of the sign of the way the tides are going.
Add him to that list of under 40s too.
Yeah,
Because
he's
he ain't,
37.
this might not be his year, but he nice. He
Oh,
is.
Timothy Chalamet. Yeah, yeah, he
Yeah,
cold.
yeah, yeah.
He cold.
He's nice.
That boy
And
nice.
I mean, if you haven't seen it, audience listeners, he's literally on the camera for 2.5 straight
The
hours,
entire time.
and
Yeah,
um, the material is kind of thin, but you're never
right.
bored, and that's it's not as high a degree of difficulty as what Michael B. Jordan pulled off, but it ain't easy. There are
No.
very few actors who can be on your screen that long with thin
Yeah.
material and not bore you, you know? So,
Correct. And I gotta point out also, somebody noticed this when following TikTok for talking about it, and I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but somebody pointed out like they were like, if you notice the last two awards Michael B. Jordan won at the award shows, it almost looked like he went as Smoke to one and as Stack to the other. Like at
yeah.
the NAACP awards, he was wearing the yellow, the velvet suit, and he was kind of more talk. He was like, I love being black, and man, this is crazy, da da da, whatever, And then he went when he was at the actor awards, he was wearing gray, and he was kind of a little not somber, but he was more emotional. When he was accepting his award, I thought that was I don't know if it's true or not, but it looked like it was just kind of cool. Um, yeah, but no, I think that's his award. He played three characters, bro.
Yeah.
Like and
It's
they were
I've never seen
vastly
it done
different.
before.
Like Vampire Stack was vastly different than Human Stack, and Stack was vastly different than Smoke.
Like I've seen people play two different characters within the same movie before, but never sharing
Hmm
a screen, never um with two different love interests, never nothing
Yeah,
like this. Nothing like this.
yeah. You
It
know
was
what?
either
That's a
like
great
a
point.
young and an old version of the same character, or when Martin
Hmm
or Tyler Perry would like switch characters from Medea to himself in the same movie. Okay, cool. But you're kind of just playing the same character, one exaggerated one. This is just different.
Right.
Like they're on the
It
screen at
is.
the same time, and they're two different people. And
Hmm
I just think the star. I just think it's his. You know.
Me
So
too. And that's a great point
Timothy,
about
you'll
the
be
love.
back, buddy. You killed
Yeah,
it,
you'll be
but you'll be
back. You'll
back.
be back. You're right. The point about love interest is actually a perfect way to kind of sum it up because he literally had to be different people with different people. Like he was, you know, Annie and Smoke were very carnal. They were very impulsive, very guttural, love story. There's a lot of um unspoken tension there. Annie and Smoke were very grounded. They were honest with each other. There was nothing very much like uh Stack. Remember, Stack was like, "What?" And say what? What would you have wanted me to say? And he said it. Smoke. with Smoke and Annie, he was like, you gonna make me say it? And she's like, yes, tell me the truth. And that was kind of a great way to put it. I think I heard Michael B. Jordan in an interview. He said, Smoke can't lie. If he will just not answer your question, but he won't lie to you. Stack gonna lie like a fucking rug. And he's like, Smoke and Stack got the way I kind of treated them was they had a tally in their head of like the times each one was right and the time each one was wrong. But Smoke kept track of it, and Stack forgot the score. But Smoke was down, but he wouldn't tell Stack because he knew Stack didn't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, man. I just check them out, people. They if you haven't seen Sinners yet, well, you wouldn't be listening at this point. But
Yeah,
I just
true.
think sometimes the thing is the thing, and this has been
Yeah,
the best movie that came out this year. And sometimes you just look. We knew the Spurs are going to be back that year after they lost Game 7 in the finals, and we're like, we could just
yeah,
simulate to the rematch. And
yeah.
this is it, man. I just think from the moment I left that theater, I was like, that's going to sweep them. And
Hmm.
one battle after another, kind of threw a weak jab. Marty Supreme threw a hook, but Sanders is
Sinner's still
one.
standing.
Sanders still standing, still won the championship, man. I don't still see
Yeah,
anything beating it. So,
I
um,
agree.
we'll check back after the awards. Next week we're recording our regular schedule, but during our What's on Our Mind segment, we'll recap the award show and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
So, all right, thanks for listening. My name is Darius. That's D's all up in the area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. That's Jordan B. Writing on all socials.
Please rate, like, subscribe. We are at Out the Trunk Pod on all socials. That is Out the Trunk Pod on all socials.
And for any ongoing movie recommendations, feel free to reach out to us via email at outthetrunkpod@gmail.com. That's outthetrunkpod@gmail.com. That's a wrap. Thanks for coming to the movies with us. We'll be back next week reviewing Stranger Than Fiction.